When the Catholic Church has forbidden any reproduction of this song, but you're a 14-year-old musical prodigy who can just transcribe it by memory. Wait, what is this? The Vatican wanted to preserve the music's reputation for mystery and inaccessibility, so they didn't allow it to be transcribed. But then here comes Mozart with just a little bit of trolling. Oh, I've heard of this. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, it's just one of those things that brings a tear to your eyes. How do you even transcribe this? Napoleon's horse, after being told they're going to escape exile, ride back into France and hope the army doesn't kill them on sight. Wait, we're gonna do what? Tito to Yugoslavia, no fighting, no freaking fighting, no fighting. Versus immediately everyone right after he died. It was almost as if Tito himself was the glue that held Yugoslavia together. It's like the moment he said, oof, this entire country shattered like glass. Well, maybe not immediately if he passed in 1980, like 10 years later. I don't have poor choice in friends. Also my choice in friends. German Reich has accepted our friend. Wait, that's, I don't think that is, yeah. Gentlemen, it is with great sadness to inform you that Ottomans. Oh, this post was definitely brought to us by some Roma boos. I mean, for what it's worth, they even collapsed too, though. Is that a Polish Commonwealth? Dreams really do come true. Finnish Jews and no Germans fighting alongside each other against the Soviet Union. I don't even know what that sound effect was. I've just never seen this GIF before. Interesting how often the skinny mustache man would put aside his crazy ideology if it somehow benefited Germany. I'm also thinking about the time he declared Chinese and Japanese people honorary Aryans. Britain and France on their way to help Poland versus the USSR and Germany. Here they come. This is gonna be... Oh, they're not actually helping. Okay. Thought they were gonna do something, but turns out, yep, the Polish have been bamboozled. Invade France. Wait for Britain to surrender. They don't. Wait, they don't? Invade the Soviet Union. Very, very strange logic when you put it like that, but yeah, this is pretty much how it went. This dude, hey guys, don't worry, the Parthians will run out of arrows soon, lol. Meanwhile, the Parthians' inventory looking something like this with unlimited arrows and, oh yeah, the infinity bow. I actually don't think they're gonna run out. Just a little guess. Switzerland, after all its neighbors are reduced to poop and rubble. My, what a pity. They out here just laughing in the Alps at all of us. Hilter's editor reading his little book. Oh no. Did he even have an editor? I don't want to think about that. Virgin versus Chad Cold Wars. You commie, I'll stockpile nukes to destroy you. No, you capless pig, I'll have even more nukes than you, responds the USSR. Meanwhile, in Brazil, your fishermen are illegally catching lobster crawling on our continental shelf. I'm sending my navy to stop them. Lobsters don't crawl, they swim. I'm sending my navy to protect the fishermen, says France. These were the real superpowers the world should have really been worried about, not all the crying between these two that was happening at the time. This is literally referred to as the Lobster War, also known as Lobster Operation. The world's really lucky it ended peacefully. Actually, they kind of are, because France did have nukes at the time. When you're in a most racist US president competition and your opponent is Woodrow Wilson. Yeah, literally just give up. You have no chance. But then again, I could think of a few that could rival. The History Channel at 3 a.m. Oh boy. Squidward is a communist, I heard. Bikini Bottom became a hotbed for Marxist. I already know the footage that they're going to use. Due to poor working conditions and the Great Chum Famine of 1910. The Chum... what? An ineffective response by King Neptune to the growing struggles of the proletariat. Of course, it's the proletariat versus monarchy. I forgot about Neptune. At first, the communists this should be taught in schools. But as the numbers increased, many began SpongeBob. For the violent overthrow. We must seize the means of the Krabby Patty by force. Squidward began encouraging riots. Wasn't it? I thought it was only to many members. Oh, that's how he gets back at Squilliam. Fearing for his life, I think I just Mr. Krabs over the place. He helped Lenin out. You know what? Didn't Lenin want him to be Squidward to be the successor? I read that somewhere. Trying to speak French with a French person. Bonjour. I'm actually really afraid to do this. I don't know very much French, but I know that one day. Croissant, s'il vous plaît. Croissant. Croissant. I think you have to say it like that, right? I'd be so afraid if someone... that would kill me if someone said that to me. If I'm in France and I'm not pronouncing it perfectly. Is this real? It's actually giving me anxiety. Because I've read this exact sort of interaction accounts all over the place. Becoming interested in history leads to two different paths. On one side, the typical history nerd, and on the other, the political extremist online edgelord. Luckily, I think most people choose this path over here, but unfortunately there are a few that go in this direction. Can we all just enjoy past events peacefully together? I do love how everyone has a different backstory behind what sent them down the history rabbit hole though. For me, I was in high school and I just bought Civilization 5. Slavic peasants, those dogs in the mist look kind of funny. Meanwhile, the Vikings disguised as wolves, sneaking up on them. Just pow, right in the kisser. Did Vikings really disguise themselves as wolves? Oh no. That means they were the first furries. When you play footsies under the table at a board meeting, and as a result, you save your boss's life. This is referring to Operation Valkyrie, trying to oof Hilter. So close yet so far away. Learning Latin to increase your understanding of a language and read classical works in their original form? Yeah, I don't know, pretty meh. Versus learning Latin so that you can impress people at the Renaissance Fair when you dress as a legionary. Now that, right there, that's epic. I really need to go to a Renaissance Fair as soon as possible. The USA, you are free to elect whoever you want. I'm going to democratically elect a socialist, then, says all of Latin America. Yeah, the USA is not gonna like that very much. Should have said you're free to democratically elect whoever we want. Alexander the Great, I shall grant you one wish, Diogenes, move. Alexander was such a simp for Diogenes, probably the first simp in history. Diogenes lives in a ceramic pot and does weird things in public. Alexander, yes, that is awesome. He was just obsessed with this really strange guy. But who can blame him? Oliver Cromwell, it's simple. We reconquer Ireland, give all their lands to the British settlers, and forcibly relocate hundreds of thousands of them. The ones left will fall in line soon enough. Meanwhile, Ireland for the next 350 years. Yeah, they definitely didn't just fall in line. They're still kicking and fighting to this day. Welcome to the Burger Panzer. May I take your order? Imagine like a fast food restaurant, but it's in a tank and it comes to you. Imagine getting blitzkrieged by McDonald's. I hate you, Harry! You never let me play with our nukes! I actually didn't know what this was referencing, but then I was like, oh, I get it. That's Douglas MacArthur getting mad at Harry Truman. Europeans, you must marry your cousin in order to keep the royal bloodline pure. Oh, he actually looks a little bit happy about that. Also, the Mongols, I'm sorry. We have the same great-great-great-great-grandfather we cannot marry. I understand. I wish you the best. How cordial. Man, what was going on in Europe at this time? You'd think there'd be a lot of people from Mongolia that would have the same Genghis ancestors. What happened? I don't know. He saw his phone and then cried. Poor boy. He surely have received bad news. Maybe somebody died. In reality, he was just looking at this. What a way to completely ruin someone's day. I almost thought I was gonna get through the entire 24 hours without thinking of this. Japan hyping themselves up for yet another decisive battle against the USA. 4th, 5th, 6th time's a charm. This time you're gonna get the dub. Maybe. I don't know, actually. Whoa, careful there. Didn't you know that 0.7 grams of uranium is enough to level a city? Oh, yeah. That's right, it completely, it just kind of slipped my mind. Wouldn't want to do that. Elizabeth Bathory, when MFers keep asking her about several hundred women she allegedly tortured and murdered in her castle. I guess this was some Hungarian queen in the 17th century, or she was a Hungarian countess, I guess. Found this in my cellar. I think my grandpa was an electrician. Ah, those are lightning bolts. I think you might be onto something. He seems to have a lot of artifacts with these weird lightning bolt symbols. The Red Army, after gaining 3 inches of ground, they didn't lose an entire division this time. It's all about those baby steps, okay? Quite literally baby steps. 3 inches is about a baby step. Most pre-industrial seafaring civilizations, no, it's too dangerous to sail the open sea. You have to follow the coastlines. Meanwhile, the Polynesians just not giving a crap. More Polynesian memes. More Polynesian memes. Just still so crazy to me. The best way to learn a language is to immerse yourself in the culture. Meanwhile, Latin students starts a war with random barbarians. That would be a fantastic way to figure things out, I will admit that. The USSR suppressing an anti-communist revolution in the name of saving the revolution. USA removing a democratically elected socialist leader in the name of saving democracy. This is actually a good point. I forgot that they were doing that over there in the Soviet Union. WW1 generals, when they find out that sending a wave of infantry with no artillery support for the 50th time won't break the enemy lines. I just don't get it. It's supposed to be the 50th time's a charm when I'm in an out of manpower competition and my opponent is late war Germany. Gotta love those out of manpower competitions. I just love putting kids and grandpas on the front lines. Central or South American nation elects a leftist or socialist government, the CIA and special forces. Knock, knock. But yeah, you weren't supposed to do that. Boris Yeltsin trying to remember what he even did during his presidency in Russia. I don't know exactly much about Boris Yeltsin, but from this GIF I can kind of figure it out.
And big thanks to the patrons. My name is Joe Biden. I love being Joe Biden. Diary of a Wimpy Kid the Catfish. Drew's Argentinian Grandpa.
Fatnuts.
aPhatNarwhal.
Barnsky W.
bringbackpolandball.
LuxembourgLover.
Cowboys83.
Jakov Bruney.
Marco Hindera.
Max Cooper.
Ortin
Philipp
5610.
RF.
Robert E.
RyeThePie.
The Mexican 760.
Why am I doing this?
William the Conqueror. And Subar A.N.